don't, baby, don't, baby, baby, don't. Funky, funky, funky.
Hey guys, Harsh here and welcome back to Technolobe. I've been using the Redmi Note 7 Pro as my daily driver for about a couple of weeks now, and a lot of you guys have asked me to make one particular video about it, that is the Google camera video, and today finally that day has come. So let's talk about Google camera on Redmi Note 7 Pro. Without wasting any more time, let's begin. I'm going to divide this video into two parts. The first one where I'll be talking about the images from Google Camera, the other part being the one where we'll talk about how to install the Google Camera application on your Redmi Note 7 Pro. Now before we get to the actual images, I want to point out that you can shoot in full 48 megapixels using the Google Camera application. So yeah, there is a mode where you can take the full advantage of the sensor if you want to, or on the other hand, if you don't want a large file size, you can push down the megapixels as well. So there is a setting available and please keep that in mind. Okay, so now let's get to the photos. Every time I install Google Camera on a phone, I am literally surprised because it works so well. Now, I'm not saying that Google Camera is miles ahead of the stock camera application, but there are certain differences, and the first one is high dynamic range. So HDR mode on Google Camera application is way better as compared to the stock application, and that is clearly seen in the sample photos. Every time you get better dynamic range, and that is because of the HDR plus mode. It is very aggressive on Google Camera, and I have to say it works really well. There's one more key difference, that is in terms of the detail level and also in terms of the sharpness level. Like literally every time there is more detail from the Google Camera app as compared to stock application, and this is the case with any other smartphone out there. Like if you install Google Camera on any phone out there, you are going to get better detail level and also better sharpness. Even the colors are on point, they are not too saturated nor are they on the muted side. Now there is a setting that you have to change to get just the perfect colors, and we'll talk about that in the later part of this video. Now one place where Google Camera is way better as compared to the stock application is in terms of portrait mode. You can get some pretty awesome portraits from Google Camera, and this is the case for the front as well as the rear camera. So when it comes to portrait mode, there is no competition whatsoever. Google Camera is the clear winner. Now I know a lot of people out there are going to ask me about night sight, and let me tell you, night sight works really well on Redmi Note 7 Pro. So if you haven't tried night sight yet, then I would suggest pause this video right over here, go and download the Google Camera APK right now, and please try out night sight because it works like magic and you get some really good photos in terms of low lighting conditions. So as you saw throughout this video, Google Camera performs better than the stock application, and if you haven't yet, I highly recommend you to try it because it's like a free upgrade to your camera and it makes the camera experience very good. Now let's get to the part where how to install Google Camera on your Redmi Note 7 Pro. So there's one good thing. Redmi Note 7 Pro does support Camera 2 API. That's why all you have to do is download the Google Camera APK, install it, change a couple of settings, and you're good to go. I'll make sure to drop a link to the Google Camera APK in the description box below so you can download the APK after watching this video. Once you have the APK, the next thing that you need to do is install it, and then you have to change a couple of settings. So which settings do you have to change and why? So first up, you have to change the saturation levels. And how do you do that? So you go into the Google Camera app, go into more, go into Gcam settings, and then you can change the saturation levels. So by default, you'll get the values as 1.0. You have to change them to 2.0 for highlights and 2.4 for shadows. Now again, why these values? Because they have been tried and tested and they give you the best result. So yeah, when you change both these settings, you are good to go and you can start shooting some really awesome pictures with Google Camera. So yeah, anyway, that's been it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this video helped you out in some way or the other, and if it did, then please let me know about that in the comment section down below. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe below because it would mean the world to me. My name is Harsh Punjabi, and I'll see you guys in the next one.